And good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to PrepSpin.com's coverage of the girls' 43rd District Championship game. William Warfield alongside Aaron Rose here this evening. Gary Ball also here in attendance this evening. He'll have the boys' game coming up with Coach Justin Cheatham as soon as we're done with this game. But Aaron Rose, we got a big matchup tonight. You got Lafayette, who seems to be one of the state powers, and then you got Lexington Catholic, who's kind of surprised a little bit of people coming into this game.
Well, you know, it's hard to hear you right now because of everything that's going on. I'll tell you what, it's going to be a great atmosphere here tonight. You know, coming into this game here this evening, Lafayette absolutely had a huge game against LCA just the other night. What a game they had, where it was one-sided. Now, Lexington Catholic coming into this one with a point to prove. And, they had a great game against Dunbar just the other day to make their way to the championship. Now, of course, both teams being able to get into the regional tournament due to those wins. You know, that's always a big point there. But, of course, you know, this is district pride, and this is the chance to take that trophy.
Absolutely. Sorry, we're having a little bit of trouble. There we go. Having a little bit of trouble with my headphones there. But, yeah, absolutely. The teams are getting ready to introduce their starting lineups. We're going to take you down to the floor here for the public address announcer.
Are you ready for some girls district championship basketball?
The visiting team on the scoreboard will be the Lexington Catholic Knights, and the home team will be Lafayette. Folks, we're going to step out just for a second, but we'll be right back here in just a second with our starting lineups. Stay tuned because this game's going to be a good one.
And now, to honor our country,
Resource magazine for families. The February issue features spring break ideas and the birthday party guide. The upcoming March through June issues will feature the popular summer program guide. If you have children, or if you have children among your family and friends, be sure to pick up this monthly magazine at local high-traffic.
There's something special in the air at the University of Louisville. Investment and constant progress are helping today's students and faculty unleash their potential, discover new answers, open more doors, give back to others, see new worlds, and become champions in everything they do. Now, more than ever, it's a great time to be a Louisville Cardinal.
All S, all P, all O, R, T, S. Pick it up at all sports. Pick it up at all sports.
In Fayette Mall on Facebook and Twitter. Locally owned and operated since 1972.
Hey, great party.
Oh, thanks. Here you go. One hamburger, medium well.
This is well done.
No. That's medium well.
What? Are you calling me a liar? This thing is practically burned.
That's it. You're not going to come to my house and tell me how to cook a hamburger.
You wouldn't do it there.
You gotta be crazy.
So don't do it here. Sportsmanship. It's up to you.
Welcome back to Chase Creek High School, the side of the district 43rd Girls Championship game. Rachel Blake getting the nod for Lexington Catholic, followed by Bailey Browning. Caroline Osborne also getting the start. Caroline Lynch, her name just was called. And Sarah Braun. So again, Braun, Lynch, Osborne, Browning, and Blake, the starters for Lexington Catholic. Scott True, the head coach. And
for the home team, the Lafayette
now the Generals of Lafayette going to be introduced.
6-foot senior guard number 3,
Dee Gibbons. Dee having an outstanding season.
Sophomore number 11, Latea Wynn.
There's Latea Wynn. 5'1", but has handles out of this world. Kiara Pankins. Her mom tweeted to us earlier and wanted to give a shout out to her. So Kiara Pankins. Ashante Thomas. And Aisha Conwell. So again, to recap, the Lafayette starters is going to be Conwell, Thomas, Pankins, Wynn, and Givens.
Head coach of the Lady Generals, Allison Denton.
Both teams heading out to the court. Aaron Rose, this was going to be a good one, sir.
It's going to be a fun one to watch. You know, coming from a team here who had a huge performance against Lexington Christian and a team that with Lexington Catholic who had a great game against Dunbar. You know, you're looking at the perennial powers here in the 11th region, and it's going to be a fun one to watch.
Lynch going to jump one-on-one with Thomas here. Thomas has got a big-time height advantage on Lynch.
6'4".
Yeah, tips up, and it is won by Lafayette. So the Generals moving right to left on your screen as we begin play here as Wynn brings the ball. She's going to put it over to the right side there to Givens. Givens back to Wynn, over to the left side now to Pankins. Back out top to Wynn. Pankins had a touch. Now Wynn's going to back it out. Gives it over to Givens again. Back to Wynn. They're making a lot of passes here early in this one.
Yeah, absolutely they are. Wynn is definitely doing a great job of trying to find that open opportunity and, you know, directing traffic. She definitely is.
Ball down low. They kick it back out to Conwell for the three. No good. And it's going to go to Lexington Catholic. Conwell, Aisha Conwell. Had a nice look there, just couldn't connect.
Thomas had a chance to that rebound, but ended up not getting her hand on it, thus causing the turnover.
Ball over on the left side. Bond's going to have a touch on it. Ball comes out of there. Wynn's got it. She crosses the timeline, looks over here to the left side. Three from Pankins is good. Pankins knocks one down from downtown Lexington. It's 3-0 Lafayette. Lafayette with the pressure. Bailey Browning with the basketball on the right side. Kicks it out to Blake. Back to Browning. Browning wide open for three. It's on its way. Misses off the back of the iron. Blake gets up for the rebound. Kicks it out. Vaughn back out to Browning. Browning's going to call a play set here. Lexington Catholic, they made it here with just an outstanding win, Aaron, to advance to this championship game.
Absolutely, and you know, showing a lot of patience out here right now, trying to find that right opportunity, that right shot to possibly tie it up here.
Ball being worked around the horn here for Lexington Catholic. Blake has it out top. Good thing there's no shot clock because it would have probably already expired. Lexington Catholic trying to spread it out here and just trying to get something going inside. Nobody's been able to get open inside there. Nice feed inside though. It was blocked. Pankins with the block. Here comes the Generals. Givens kicks it back out to Pankins. Back over there to Wynn. Wynn out top in between the circles. They're going to kick it over to the right side there to Pankins. Back out to Wynn. Wynn looking over to her left side now. She's got Thomas. Back top to Wynn. Lexington Catholic doing equally as good a job on defense. That's the first shot inside the paint there for Conwell. Couldn't knock that one down, and here comes Lexington Catholic. Bailey Browning quickly back on the other end as she fed underneath the basket. Caroline Lynch hanging around the basket. Lynch couldn't connect. And so we're heading back the other way. 5:12 left to go here in the first quarter of play. We just got things started here at Tates Creek High School. It's the 43rd District Girls Basketball Championship. It's live and in real time as the game happens right here on PrepSpin.com. We'll have the boys coming up next. Same teams, but the boys going head-to-head for the district championship. We got a foul underneath the basket.
Conwell staying with that one, getting that second chance opportunity, drawing the contact, going to the line here. And so far, you know, the score may not be reflected, but it's been all general so far.
3-0 Lafayette with a lead. At the line right now for Lafayette is Conwell. She hits her first free throw. Referee's going to give her the ball back. Her second free throw, she's squaring up. It's up, and it's good. So 5-0 Lafayette with a lead. Blake bringing the ball up the court here for Lexington Catholic. Blake has the ball taken away there up top. Good defense by Givens, and the putback on the other end. D. Givens, the steal and the score. 7-0 Lafayette. 4:35 left to go here in the first quarter of play. William Warfield alongside Aaron Rose. Ball on the right side here to Lynch. Lynch going to put it on the baseline. Trying to look inside. It was knocked loose in there. Good defense by Ashanti Thomas. Here comes Wynn back the other way. Wynn going to dribble to the center. Kicks it over to the right side to Givens. Givens back to Wynn. Over to the left side now to Pankins. Back to Wynn.
I'll tell you what, William, an absolute presence Thomas is being down deep right now for Lafayette.
Ball on the left wing. Wynn takes a three. It's good. 10-0 Lafayette with the lead. That's going to send us to our first commercial break. Folks, we'll be right back here in just a few seconds. 10-0 Lafayette. 4 minutes left to go here in this first quarter of play.
There's something special in the air at the University of Louisville. Investment and constant progress are helping today's students and faculty unleash their potential, discover new answers, open more doors, give back to others, see new worlds, and become champions in everything they do. Now, more than ever, it's a great time to be a Louisville Cardinal.
We return here to Tates Creek High School, 10-0 Lafayette with a lead. Lexington Catholic with possession of the basketball. Bailey Browning with the ball as she's looking over here to the right side. Rachel Blake there. Blake being guarded by the 6-foot-tall Givens. What a play. A three and a foul. Tori Pippin. I heard you say, I was looking down at my sheet as Pippin releases the three. So Pippin hits the three from downtown, plus she's fouled. She's going to go to the line.
Saw that bucket go up. It was looking good all the way.
Everybody on our side, which is we're on the Lexington Catholic side, so the fans from Lexington Catholic directly behind us. What a cheer, what an ovation, I guess I should say, that they gave Pippin on that three-point basket, and then she completed a 4-point play the old-fashioned way. 10-4 our score.
I'll tell you what, that 4-point play was a good way for Lexington Catholic to get a little bit of a boost here.
Wynn has the ball up top, feeds Pankins. Back out to Wynn. Kiara Pankins, 5'11" sophomore with the basketball. Wynn now with it. Wynn stands in there at 5 foot tall. She's got some dribbling skills, Aaron.
I'll tell you what, she has a great command of the ball out there. Great way to lead her team as well. She definitely is great at directing traffic and finding that open person.
Pankins for three, misses short. Ball goes out of play. It will go to Lexington Catholic. Well, the coaches, they tell you to keep the ball low. If you're a point guard, you want to keep it low. Well, Wynn doesn't have to worry about that because because of her height factor.
Right.
She's already low. So 10-4, our score. Lexington Catholic trailing Lafayette. 2:35 left to go, first quarter of play. William Warfield alongside Aaron Rose. And Lynch tried to work the ball inside. She's going to be, is she fouled or is it out of play? I think the ball was blocked out of bounds.
It was blocked out of bounds, and it looked like Pankins had the hand on it, but she was definitely out there. So we'll go back to Catholic.
So Lexington Catholic with it. Lynch, Caroline Lynch with the basketball, running to a double team, gets it to Pippin. Pippin gives it up to Bailey Browning. Browning looking up top here to Lynch. She swings it over to Blake. Blake going to dribble to the left of her and gives it right back up. Lexington Catholic working the ball around here. Caroline Osborne had a touch there briefly. Now Caroline Lynch back to Osborne, back to Browning. Tori Pippin with it. Lexington Catholic they're looking and looking inside. Unfortunately, nobody has been able to get loose inside the lane to get a good look.
You have Thomas down there being such a presence, as I mentioned before. It's hard to get anything over her.
Jump shot is good. D. Givens from about 5 foot out. 12-4 our score. Lafayette in command. 12-4. Lafayette with the lead. And we got a whistle over on the far side of the court to us. D. Givens going to pick up her first foul of the ball game. Team fouls right now, 2 for Lafayette, 1 for Lexington Catholic. Not a lot of whistles blown early in this first quarter. Lynch with it. She puts a dribble down to her right. Double team applied, and the ball batted out of play again. That's something that Lafayette does very well.
Very, very smothering. It's a smothering pressure. And, they're able to get around her. She does not have any kind of vision.
Here's a three on the way. No good there by Osborne. She couldn't get it to fall down. Lafayette comes down with the rebound, and here comes the Generals. D. Givens back out top to Pankins. Over to the right side again here to Bennett, who came into the ball game. Caroline Bennett now in the ball game for Lafayette. But the Generals going to turn it over. It's going to go right back to Lexington Catholic here.
That pass right into traffic probably wasn't the smartest pass because there were two people right on her ready to go.
Browning crosses the timeline. She's not in a hurry as she gets it over to Rachel Blake. Now back to Browning. Browning looking inside now as she's got Pippin. Pippin jump shot off to the left. Battle for the board. Lynch saves it to Pippin. And we're going to have traveling called. Now, traveling called against Pimpin there, but I don't think she actually had possession of the basketball.
It looked like she was still trying to gain possession. It was a great save there, absolutely.
34 seconds left to go in this first quarter of play. Pankins drives the lane, puts a floater up, and it knocks it down.
Pankins trying to traffic there, able to get it up and over. Nicely done.
14-4 our score. Lexington Catholic trailing Lafayette. Got a whistle out top. And it looks like the foul's going to go against Bennett. Nope, they're going to give it to Pankins. So Pankins picks up her first foul of the ball game. Lexington Catholic's going to send in Sarah Braun into the game. 14-4 our score. Lafayette up by 10. 14 seconds on the time clock left to go in this first quarter of play. Pippin with the basketball for the Knights. She works it over to Blake. Blake goes baseline, and she draws the foul. That's what you got to do if you're Lexington Catholic, don't you agree?
Absolutely. That's something they're going to have to do. It's definitely they're going to have to move in down deep, trying to get that contact there, and especially if they're able to get against the likes of Thomas and maybe pull her out of this game, that's going to be to their advantage.
Blake's first free throw is good. That's Thomas's first foul of the ball game. She's not in foul trouble yet, but if you're Lexington Catholic, that's who you definitely want to try to attack this game.
It's a target.
Second free throw on its way. It's good. 14-5 or 14-6 now our score. We're having a little bit of issues with our scoreboard, but we are doing our best to get that corrected for you. Here comes Lafayette back the other way. Given, she's blocked, and Lafayette's not going to get a shot off. 14-6 our score. It's the Generals. They have the lead. You're watching the Lexington Catholic Knights, the Lafayette Generals Girls Basketball District Championship right here on PrepSpin.com. Back in a second, folks.
Choosing a college is about setting a course, a path that leads to your destination. At EKU, the adventure is what lies in between. Eastern Kentucky University. Great journeys begin here.
Folks, this is Gary Ball, and you hear my catchphrase, soup and a sandwich. When I want the best potato soup and prime rib sandwich, I head over to Rafferty's Restaurants after my games. Check out Rafferty's 9 great locations throughout Kentucky, and all you teens, you can eat at Rafferty's before those big ball games. The open prime rib sandwich is what legends are made of. Ask Joe B. Hall, the legend himself, it's his favorite. Rafferty's a big supporter of high school sports throughout Kentucky. Rafferty's, where the special is you.
We return to action here. It is 14-6, Lafayette with the lead as we head into the second quarter of play. William Warfield alongside Aaron Groves, Gary Ball, and Justin Cheatham. They'll have the boys game coming up next here on PrepSpin, and that one's going to be a really good one.
Yeah, definitely. We've got doubleheader tonight, enjoying the action that we're seeing so far.
Three hits the
that one's hitting the
support that holds the basket up there, and it's going to be out of play, so no basket for Lafayette on that one. Score remained 14-6. Generals with the lead as Browning bringing the ball up the court here for Lexington Catholic. You got the first half stats. Who led the way there for each team?
Absolutely. Looking at the leaders here in the first quarter of action, Kiara Pankins with 5 points, Dee Givens with 4 points, and Latalia Wim with 3 points. That's coming to you for Lafayette. And then for Lexington Catholic, Rachel Blake with 2 points, and Tori Pippin with 4 points there. So that's bringing all 6 of their points to ending up in the first quarter of action.
Bailey Browning gets it to Lynch. Checking into the ballgame for Lexington Catholic during the timeout in between quarters was Jay Ballard. So Ballard in there. She's got the basketball. Ran out of real estate there. She gets it back out to Lynch. Lynch going to dribble with the left hand. Kick it out. Here is Bailey Browning. Bailey Browning with the basketball. She's going to go to the right wing. Jay Ballard for three. It's on its way. Misses long. Battle for the board and win. The Lewis girl out there on the court. Win. Came down with the rebound, but she was fouled.
Even though the bucket didn't fall, I'll tell you this, that was a great driving kick there to open up that three-point opportunity.
14-6 our score, 6:37 left to go in the first half of play. William Warfield alongside Aaron Rose here this evening as Givens has the ball, works it over to the Pankins in the left wing, back out to Givens. She had the double team applied to her up top. What kind of defense are we looking at from Lexington Catholic right now? It looks like a 3-2 zone.
Yeah, it was looking like a 3-2. Almost for a second there, it looked like
maybe a box one the way that they were doing.
Box one for a second as well.
14-6 our score, 6:08 left to go here in the first half of play. Browning with the ball up top. Browning going to put down the dribble. She was looking over to the left side there for Osborne, but the ball knocked loose. Here comes Wynn with it. It's hard to spot Wynn in traffic like that because everybody's so much taller than she is.
And I'll tell you this, that pass there just was not smart at all, going right into traffic.
Traveling going to be called against the Generals as Aisha Comwell left her feet, and Lexington Catholic capitalized on it.
She had second thoughts there, trying to go up with the basket, but with a hand in her face.
Timeout on the floor. We're going to take one with them. We'll be right back here, folks.
In Fayette Mall on Facebook and Twitter, locally owned and operated since 1972.
Folks, this is Gary Ball, and you hear my catchphrase, soup and a sandwich. When I want the best potato soup and prime rib sandwich, I head over to Rafferty's Restaurants after my games. Check out Rafferty's 9 great locations throughout Kentucky, and all you teens, you can eat at Rafferty's before those big ball games. The open prime rib sandwich is what legends are made of. Ask Joe B. Hall, the legend himself, it's his favorite. Rafferty's a big supporter of high school sports throughout Kentucky. Rafferty's, where the special is you.
Back here at Tates Creek High School, our score right now, 14-6. It's Lafayette with the lead. 5:29 left to go. Rachel Blake is going to drive right to the hoop, and she's going to be fouled as she went one-on-one in there once again with Kendall Powell that time. So Powell picks up the foul. Powell checked into the ballgame during the timeout period. Rachel Blake's first free throw is good. 14-7 our score. And Blake's second free throw. It's up. It's good. Makes our score 14-8. 5:24 left to go here in the first half of play. Lexington Catholic, Lynch had the rebound and the ball knocked out of play briefly. It will go with Lexington Catholic. Good hands in there by the Generals. Bailey Browning looking over to her coach, Scott True. Natalie Novosel also on the bench over there for Lexington Catholic. Notre Dame star and went on to be drafted in the WNBA. Lexington Catholic alumni. Rachel Blake putting the ball down with the left hand, and she swatted as she tried to go in there that time. No foul call from the official. And Lafayette big on defense. Pankins going to kick it back out top here to Givens. Givens back to Pankins, back to Givens. Over to the right side now to Bennett. And out top, 3 on the way, back of the iron. And we're going to have a push-off underneath the basket. Bailey Browning, that's all I've seen, went flying there.
Lafayette foul number 32.
Dallas Thomas' second foul there. I'm having a hard time hearing. I'm sorry.
The decibel level. The decibel level inside this gym is amazing.
It is. I mean, we're behind a crowd, or we're in front of a crowd here.
Lexington Catholic fans just brought it tonight.
Yeah, we're in front of a crowd that is absolutely packed if you're looking back. Band all the way to the top row, and you got people behind our cameras even.
Yep.
It is an amazing crowd here tonight.
14-8 our score, 4:22 left to go here in the first half of play. William Warfield alongside Aaron Rose, and Lexington Catholic with the basketball. Lynch with it. She's going to kick it out top to Browning. Browning taking her time. The one thing that Lexington Catholic is doing in this game is controlling the clock. They are controlling the basketball, melting down the clock. So this one's turned out to be a low-scoring affair.
They absolutely are, and I'll tell you this: it's not. It's the mere fact that they're just looking for that right opportunity.
Tori Pippen with a fake up off the glass, no good. Go ahead, Aaron.
And maybe trying to draw those fouls. You know, look at that, 6 fouls to 2.
Lynch tried to get the ball back to one of her teammates there, and Lafayette also had possession of the ball, and everybody was just kind of thrown off of that, weren't they? Big rebound from Lexington Catholic. A missed shot there by Lafayette. Here comes Browning looking over to Rachel Blake on the right side. Blake throws a wild pass out top, back out to Bailey Browning. That was a risk pass, if you will.
Absolutely.
Blake with it. They look nice pass underneath the hoop. Whoa, that was a nice give and go right there.
Great backdoor cut, able to get that, draw that foul opportunity. Now they're going into the bonus for every foul from here on out into the half.
Sarah Bond was cutting to the basket. That was a good look in there by Caroline Lynch to find Bond right there with the cut to the basket. Free throw is good. 14-9 our score. 3:11 left to go in the first half of play. Again at the line, Sarah Bond. Sarah Bond is a 5'9" junior for Lexington Catholic. She plays the forward position, but can handle the ball as if she's a guard too. Second free throw, around and out. Pank is going to bring the ball up the court here for the Generals after she got the rebound. Wynn with it, gives it over to Givens. Givens back out top to Wynn. Work it over the right side. Down low now, backing up, and turnaround jump shot is good. Kendall Powell. Kendall Powell knocks that one in, using her body to get into close range and knocks it down.
A great way to back in there and just turn around and make that patient shot. It's all that was. She was just able to find the right position there.
16-9 our score. Lafayette with the lead. 2:34 left to go. Browning's going to take a floater. It misses to the left.
Had an open lane too.
Here comes Lafayette back the other way. Wynn going to give it over to the right side there to Bennett. Back out top here to Wynn. Back to Bennett on the right side. They look inside once again here to Powell. Powell misses. Pankins there with the rebound and the putback attempt. She's fouled.
Able to get her own rebound there, going back for the second opportunity. I'll tell you this, Lexington Catholic right now, trying to claw their way back into it, and they're definitely being smart about how they're playing defense as well. Playing straight up and down, trying not to swat at the ball too much.
The first free throw is good by Pankins, and checking back into the ball game for Lexington Catholic is going to be Tori Pippen. Setting down will be Caroline Lynch. I want to especially thank Lexington Catholic here this evening for the opportunity they've given me this basketball season to be a part of the school and the team over there. And thanks to Coach Scott True and Coach Brandon Salzman and Brad Carter for a great opportunity. Also David Gadberry. So here we go. Ball out top here for Lexington Catholic. Our score 18-9. Lafayette with the lead. They're up by 9. Browning going to take a three from the wing and knocks it down. Bailey Browning from long range.
What a way to save that one. Losing her balance, kicking it out to the wing, and now cutting this lead to 6.
18-12 our score. Bailey Browning with a nice three. Here's a three from Lafayette. No good. They're good on the rebound. Powell working away. Nice move. Kendall Powell, a spin and a dipsy-do, and she got it to fall. 20-12 our score. 1:15 left to go here in the first half of play. Lexington Catholic with it. Blake has it out top. Swings it back over there to Osborne. Back out to Bailey Browning. Browning being picked up by Givens straight away. Browning dribbled over to her left. Dropped it off over there to Osborne. Pippin gives it to Blake. They find underneath the basket. Hanging out down there is Sarah Barn. Sarah Barn with a nice basket.
Great ball movement there. And look at that aggression coming out of it.
Givens with a floater. Misses. Battle for the ball. And Pippin and Powell was having a hard time over there with the basketball because both of them kept getting a touch on it. Finally, the ball goes out of play, and Lexington Catholic has it.
I'll tell you what, I'm starting to see a little bit of a momentum shift here.
20-14 our score. Lafayette with a lead. Lexington Catholic has an opportunity here. Blake with the basketball. 23 seconds left to go in the first half of play. Pippin now with it. Pippin looking around. She gets it out to Bond. Bond going to dribble to her left. She had Givens right in her grill there. Pippin going to give it over to Browning. Browning with the dribbling skills got free. She thought she was fouled on the three-point attempt, and time will expire before a shot's being let go there. So our score at halftime, folks, it's 20-14. Lafayette up by 6 as we head into the locker room. Folks, we'll be back here in just a few minutes on PrepSpin.
Kentucky One Health and St. Joseph East are the preeminent healthcare providers serving the state of Kentucky. Kentucky One Health is the largest and most comprehensive health system in the Commonwealth. They have more than 200 locations, including hospitals, physician groups, clinics, primary care centers, specialty institutes, and home health care, bringing wellness, healing, and hope.
Define the fabric of a team. It's not selfish. It's not boastful. It's about many, sewn together to reach one common goal. But in order to win, you must learn to work together.
In Kentucky, there is one unique place for women on their educational journey: Midway College. Our students gain so much more than a diploma. They build lifelong friendships, gain hands-on experience, and build strong resumes. They learn to think critically, finding their own voice. They discover themselves and the world around them. And they develop leadership skills they didn't even know they had. We invite you to begin your journey with us at Midway College.
The Kids Directory is a free resource magazine for families. The February issue features spring break ideas and the birthday party guide. The upcoming March through June issues will feature the popular summer program guide. If you have children, or if you have children among your family and friends, be sure to pick up this monthly magazine at local high-traffic parent areas, or you can view the entire book online at kykidsdirectory.com. The first issue was published in March 2001, so this year marks 14 years of bringing families and local businesses together.
all S, all P, all O, R, T, S. Pick it up in all sports. Pick it up in all sports.
In Fayette Mall on Facebook and Twitter, locally owned and operated since 1972.
Folks, this is Gary Ball, and you hear my catchphrase, soup and a sandwich. When I want the best potato soup and prime rib sandwich, I head over to Rafferty's Restaurants after my games. Check out Rafferty's 9 great locations throughout Kentucky, and all you teens, you can eat at Rafferty's before those big ball games. The open prime rib sandwich is what legends are made of. Ask Joe B. Hall, the legend himself, it's his favorite. Rafferty's a big supporter of high school sports throughout Kentucky. Rafferty's, where the special is you.
Choosing a college is about setting a course, a path that leads to your destination. At EKU, the adventure is what lies in between. Eastern Kentucky University. Great journeys begin here.
Well, welcome back here to halftime. William Warburton alongside Aaron Rose as we got some halftime stats to give to you guys out there. Again, our score here at the half, 20-14. Lafayette with a 6-point lead. Lexington Catholic, they kind of kept at their tempo in that first half, though, don't you think?
You know, at the very beginning, Lafayette came out on fire. You know, a 10-0 run to start, but then as the game went along, and especially as we got into the second quarter of action, you're right, they definitely brought it back to be their own pace, and they cut the lead within 6.
They sure did. Let's go over our first half stat leaders there.
Absolutely. Looking at the first half stats here, your team leader so far remains Kiara Pankins. She has 7 points here this evening. And you also got D. Givens and Kendall Powell, both with 4 points, all for Lafayette, of course. They're leading the team right now in points. And in the assist column, there's not a lot going on. Both teams have 3 assists. Caroline Bennett, Latalia Wynn, and Kiara Pankins all have an assist here. And then one of the big things that has really caught my attention was Ashanti Thomas. 3 blocks in that first half of action. And she's definitely proving that she's a force to be reckoned with down low.
She is the tallest player in the ball game at 6'4", too.
I'm sorry?
She's the tallest player in the ball game at 6'4", too.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And it proves that, she uses her size to her advantage. And then so far for Lexington Catholic, Rachel Blake and Tori Pippin both with 4 points. And then Sarah Bond and Bailey Browning with 3 points apiece. That brings you all their scoring. Of course, that's going to be 14 points for Lexington Catholic here in the first half. Now, one big thing I wanted to look at as well is your free throw shooting. Lexington Catholic, 6 of 7 in their free throw shooting in the first half. That free throw shooting brought them back. They were able to get in and draw fouls because looking at the number of fouls right now, you have Ashanti Thomas and Aisha Conwell both with 2.
Nice.
And Lexington Catholic did a good job of keeping themselves out of foul trouble. Only 3 points, only 3 fouls in that first half. So driving in deep for Lexington Catholic, it's going to be their key to try to get back into this.
Yeah, I think that they could do it as long as they keep the pace like it is in that first half. They're built for comeback, so we'll see.
If they go back to the pace that they did at the very beginning there, where Lafayette made that 10-0 run, that's not what they want. They want to be able to spread the ball around. They want to be able to look for that open person and just see what they'll be able to do. If they'll be able to go to the lane, get the 3. They like going to the wing a lot. I would say look for that here in the second half as well.
Well, here we go. Second half getting ready to get underway here. William Warfield alongside Aaron Rose and Bailey Browning bringing the ball up the court here for Lexington Catholic. Ball worked over to the left side. Now back out to the right here to Blake. Blake gives it back to Browning. Browning back over to the right wing to Blake. Blake to Browning. Lexington Catholic looking. They want to try to work it inside if they can. However, nobody's open, so they're trying to get a little bit higher percentage shot.
Lafayette working that 2-3 zone there.
Osborne gives it up to Browning, back out to Osborne. Now Lynch with the basketball, back to Browning. Browning being picked up by Givens. Browning gets free. Look at the dribbling skills by Browning, the quickness. Browning also a superstar in soccer, and she's showing her quickness there.
I'll tell you what, she definitely made use of that speed there.
Ball was knocked out of play. It will stay with Lexington Catholic as Browning's going to play it in the backcourt. So Browning in between the circles. Sarah Bond also in the ball game there for Lexington Catholic. She had a touch on it. They give it over to the left side there to Lynch. Working around from Osborne back to Browning. Browning has the ball, double teamed on her, and jump ball called, and Lafayette will have it back. Browning was just kind of tackled there.
Watching that play break down there for Lexington Catholic, that zone paid off as they were able to double up and cause the turnover, get the jump ball and get the ball back their way.
20-14 our score, 6:32 left to go here in the third quarter of play, and a 3 from Pankins. Pankins knocked that one down from downtown, and she was over on UK campus when she let that one go. Ball out top here to Browning. 23-14 our score. Osborne is going to take a floater. Couldn't get it to go down, and Blake's got the ball. Blake gives it on the baseline there to Bond. They work it over to the left side. Actually, that's Bond that just shot the ball. And big rebound for the Generals. Shanti Thomas came down with the board. On the right side, down low and up and in. Count the basket. Ashanti Thomas knocks that one in. So Lafayette repeating what they did in the first quarter when the game first started, going off to a big run.
Yeah, definitely seeing the same signs of that. You know, they try to control the ball very early in the corner there, and it seems like it's come back to bite them.
It sure has. So 26-14 our score, folks. We're going to step out for just a second. We'll be right back here in just moments from Tates Creek High School. It's the girls' 43rd District Championship game right here on PrepSpin.
Folks, this is Gary Ball, and you hear my catchphrase, soup and a sandwich. When I want the best potato soup and prime rib sandwich, I head over to Rafferty's Restaurants after my games. Check out Rafferty's 9 great locations throughout Kentucky, and all you teens, you can eat at Rafferty's before those big ball games. The open prime rib sandwich is what legends are made of. Ask Joe B. Hall, the legend himself, it's his favorite. Rafferty's a big supporter of high school sports throughout Kentucky. Rafferty's, where the special is you.
Gary Ball, he'll be here next as we're going to bring you the boys game. Lexington Catholic taking on Lafayette. That one's going to be a true slobber knocker, isn't it, Aaron?
Oh, I can't wait to see that. You know, just seeing how Lafayette played the other night against Lexington Christian. And, of course, Lexington Catholic always with a great team to watch out for. It's going to be an awesome game. So, you know, if you're listening to this, or I'm sorry, if you're watching this, plenty of time to come down here and check this out.
25-14 our score, 5:40 left to go in the third quarter of play. William Warfield alongside Aaron Rose, and the ball knocked out of play. Givens with a nice defense. What's going on, brother? Doing good, you?
How you doing? Hey, what's your broadcast for that Lafayette LCA? That's a good game, man.
Yeah, thank you. They are. Yeah. See you, man. All right, Blake's going to take a long three. That's some fans in the stands.
You're a popular individual. You know that, William.
Yeah. 25-14 our score. 5:18 left to go here in the third quarter of play. Ball on the left side for Givens. Givens swings it over to Wynn. Wynn kicks it back out top to Givens. Pankins had a touch, back to Wynn. Wynn going to give it right back up to Pankins. They look over to the right wing now to Givens. Back to Pankins. Back to Wynn. Wynn dribbling to her left side. Here's a three from the wing. Good. Got it for Givens. Givens went from the left wing to the right wing, and she got herself open as she traveled the baseline there for the three.
You know, definitely a great play there to make sure that she's able to. Whoa, look out.
Yeah, that was a laser pass.
Definitely a great play there to find herself open, and you know, Lafayette did a great job of moving the ball around there between Wynn and Pankins. You know, Pankins wanted that three too. You can see the determination for that shot. But thankfully for her, Givens was wide open in the wing.
28-14 our score. 4:34 left to go here in the third quarter of play. Pankins with a basketball. Her mom was on Twitter earlier today, and she tweeted at us, told us to give her a shout out as Ashanti Thomas knocks one down there for the Generals. That makes our score 30-14, and Lafayette's really pulled away in this one. 16-point lead for the Generals. Make that, yes, 16-point lead.
A big skill there by Thomas.
Had to use my math skills there for a second. That layup did not go. Lexington Catholic had the rebound. It was taken away. Put back up and in by Ashanti Thomas. Looking at Lafayette, the way they're playing here in the second half, I don't see too many people beating them this the rest of the year. I don't think that nobody's going to be able to do it unless you're a team like E-Town maybe that's got some size and got some guards out there that can handle the ball.
And nationally ranked too.
Ooh. Lafayette's the real deal, folks. 32-14 our score. Again, 3:58 left to go here in the third quarter of play. And we got, looks like a technical foul. Is it a technical foul? We're waiting on, yes, it is a dead ball technical foul. So Sarah Bond committed the technical foul. She just got a little upset. She had the ball ripped away from her, and rightfully so, I think. The way that she went down, she just felt that that wasn't right. 32-14 our score. 3:58 left to go here in the third quarter of play. Free throw by Givens missed. Second one on its way. It's up. It's good. Nothing but the bottom of the net there. That's the sweetest sound in basketball. The sweetest sound in basketball is that net as the ball goes through it with a swish. Yes, the snap of the nylon. 33-14 our score. 3:56 left to go here in the third quarter of play. And another whistle on the court. Coach Trues had an outstanding season. It started off up and down for him, but he made the season into something special this year.
Thomas needs to be careful here. That's her third foul here tonight.
Yes.
And there you go. As we speak, she's grabbing a seat here.
Yeah, Allie, coach for Lafayette there, wanted to put her on the bench there. So 33-14 our score. 3:43 left to go here in the third quarter of play. Blake looking over here to the left side is Osborne. Osborne got it inside there to Pippin, back to Osborne. Osborne dribbles to the top, gives it up to Lynch, over to Blake. Blake going to give it back over to Osborne. Osborne, whoa, they're not giving her anything. I mean, you're talking about maybe 2 inches in between the two jerseys there. Lafayette all over.
Definitely.
Blake, she's going to take an NBA three off the side of the iron. Big rebound, Givens. Here comes Givens in transition. She's pushing hard. Crossover dribble. Throws it up. She's fouled. Givens will go to the line. So Givens going to go to the line here for the Generals. And Tori Pippin going to commit her first foul of the ball game. 3:07 left to go again here in the third quarter of play. 33-14 as Givens misses her first free throw.
Rims out there. I'll tell you this. The momentum is definitely shifted, and it's staying with Lafayette right now.
Second free throw misses. Lexington Catholic catching a break as Lafayette misses 2 free throws in a row. Actually, they lost, missed their last 3 or 4 free throws as Lafayette. Pippin with a basketball.
And kind of surprising because, watching Givens play the other night, she was almost automatic.
Lexington Catholic giving it to Pippin. She's going to launch a 3. No. Rebound, Rachel Blake. Blake going to kick it back out, but Givens there intercepts the basketball. Givens thought about 3, got it underneath the basket to win. Wins, layup no good. Lexington Catholic, Bailey Browning comes out of there with a rebound. Bailey Browning looking to the right side to Blake. Blake gives it back to Browning. They look down low, and Lynch is going to put it up and in. Caroline Lynch with the basket. That makes our score 33-16. 2:14 left to go here in the third quarter of play. Givens gives it back out top here to win once again. Over to the right side. Jump shot by Bennett. No good. Rebound, Rachel Blake. Here comes Bailey Browning. She's got court vision. Runs into D. Givens. Now, nice pass inside the paint, and Pankin's going to be called for the foul, and Blake's going to go to the line.
Definitely a great job there, driving in, drawing the contact. And, that's something Lexington Catholic's been so good at tonight. It's just pushing it deep and just staying in the lane.
Free throw misses by Blake. Coming into the ball game again for Lafayette's going to be Kendall Powell, and also Aisha Conwell checking back into the ball game. Setting down is going to be Bennett, and it looks like also setting down will be Ashanti Thomas. So here we go. Rachel Blake, second free throw misses. 1:50 left to go, third quarter of play. Wynn's going to have the ball up top here for Lafayette. Pankins had a touch, back over to the left side now. Givens. Pretty good. D. Givens lighting up the net. 36-16. How many does Givens got in the ball game right now?
not updating for us right away, but looking at it here going into the half. Let me pull it back up here. I'm sorry. Going into the half, she had 4 points, but she's easily kicked herself up to about 12 by this point.
Oh, definitely. We were looking at our computer monitor, but it's not updating the stats for us here as we're trying to pull those in. But Lexington Catholic trying to get something off there, and sure enough, they do. Carolyn Osborne is going to be fouled on her shot attempt.
Again, trying to go into the lane, trying to draw that contact, doing a good job of it. But the question is can they drop these free throws now?
Wynn picks up her first foul of the ball game. That makes our score 36-16. And Osborne going to have another shot at it. Blake came out of the ball game, and Osborne coming in for Blake. Second free throw's good. So you got for the Lady Knights. Let's see who came in for him just now. Did you see that? I know Osborne was at the free throw.
I did not catch the substitutions.
We'll get you updated with that here in just a second, folks. Looks like Sarah Bond came back. That's who it was. Sarah Bond came back into the ball game for Lexington Catholic. 45 seconds left to go here in the third quarter of play. Ball out top. They swing it over to Pankins to the right side. Back out top to Wynn. Wynn looking to D. Givens over on the left side. Back out top to Wynn. Over to Givens. District championship on the line. We're in the third quarter of play. 36-18. Lafayette with a lead. And Lafayette, top 25 team, actually a top 10 team in the state, are the Lafayette Generals. 16 seconds. Lafayette's going to hold for a last shot, it appears. Pankins with the basketball. Pankins with a left dribble. Trying to get free. She kicks it out to Powell. Three. Good. Powell knocks it in. A steal from D. Gibbons, and the shot at the buzzer no good. But Lafayette goes into the fourth and final quarter. The score 39-18. Generals with a big lead. We'll be right back here with the fourth and final quarter right here on PrepSpin.com after this message from our sponsor.
Gary Ball, and you hear my catchphrase, soup and a sandwich. When I want the best potato soup and prime rib sandwich, I head over to Rafferty's Restaurants after my games. Check out Rafferty's 9 great locations throughout Kentucky, and all you teens, you can eat at Rafferty's before those big ball games. The open prime rib sandwich is what legends are made of. Ask Joe B. Hall, the legend himself, it's his favorite. Rafferty's a big supporter of high school sports throughout Kentucky. Rafferty's, where the special is you.
All S, all P, all O, R, T, S. Pick it up at all sports. Pick it up at all sports.
In Fayette Mall on Facebook and Twitter, locally owned and operated since 1972.
Lexington Catholic will have the basketball coming out of the timeout as they're going to inbound on the far side of the court here. 39-18 our score, Aaron. And Lexington Catholic.
There we go.
Yeah, we get the
our scoreboard's messing up.
Yeah, we're having trouble communicating with the scoreboard here at Tates Creek, unfortunately. But it looks like it's updated itself. But unfortunately, we can't get the time on there, but we'll give it to you periodically. 7:47 left to go here in this ball game, folks. And Lafayette just having an outstanding showing here tonight against Lexington Catholic. Both teams will go on to the region tournament over at Eastern Kentucky University, but tonight is for the district championship team. Now, what's on the line here tonight, not only the district championship, but you get to go, if you're a winner of a district, you get to go against the loser, the runner-up of another district.
Right.
So that's really what's on the line is you get to play a runner-up. Now, the loser of this ball game will have to play a winner of another district. So,
you know, it's something that you go into a game like this looking at saying, hey, okay, we want to win this, we want to take on a runner-up, but you know, all these teams that are going to be in this region are there for a reason.
Yeah.
You know, it's because they're good enough to be there. So, you know, upsets can happen at any point.
No doubt. 39-19 our score. Blake's free throw misses. Lafayette with the lead. Wynn has the basketball, kicks it over to the right side to Powell. They look inside there to Pankins to Givens. 3, no good. Rebound, Lexington Catholic. Here comes the Knights. Nice pass by Bailey Browning. She found Caroline Lynch. So Lynch with a basket and a nice assist by Bailey Browning. 39-21 our score. 7 minutes left to go here in the ball game as Lexington Catholic causes a turnover. Browning's got the ball. That was a good steal by Osborne. Here comes Bailey Browning, giving it over to Osborne. She's going to take a floater in and out of there. Lexington Catholic had an opportunity. Lafayette comes out of there with the rebound. Givens gives it to Wynn. Wynn works it over to the left side there to Powell. Back out top to Wynn. Lexington Catholic fans coming in here for the boys game. It's coming up next here on PrepSpin.com as we will bring it to you. And Gary Ball and Coach Justin Cheatham will have the play call on that one. 39-21 our score. Again, 6:16 left to go here in the ball game. Lafayette with a big lead. Wynn being double teamed out top. And a timeout going to be called by Lafayette. Coach bailed Lafayette out of that one as they were trapped defensively.
She had nowhere to go. She had no one to pass to. Yeah, you're right. That timeout definitely bailed her out there.
Hey, you got some updated stats there from the end of the third quarter for us.
So Givens going into this quarter, as we were talking about for Lafayette, 11 points. She has 11 points going into this. And then Pankins has also hit double digits with 10. So definitely awesome play there. And I'll tell you this, Givens also leading the team in steals, leading the game in steals. She's got 4 steals tonight.
Nice. Pankins going to inbound the ball here at right in front of the scorer's table for Lafayette. She works it in to the left side, and they play it in the backcourt. Moving left to right on your screen, the Lafayette Lady Generals. They trying to win a district championship here tonight. Powell with the basketball, kicks it out to Wynn. Wynn being double teamed up top. And Wynn gets free with her quickness. Pankins going to take a 3. It's up. No good. Battle for the board. Lexington Catholic with a rebound. Here comes the Knights. Again, Bailey Browning with a nice pass. And going to be fouled as she's going to the hoop with Sarah Bond. So Bond will go to the line here for Lexington Catholic.
Great to get in front of the defense like that. And I'll tell you what, it probably would have been a layup if it wasn't for the speed of Wynn. Wynn is an absolute just spitfire out there. She's so quick.
Bond at the line for the Knights. Misses her first free throw. Second free throw. It is on its way. Nothing but net on that one. 39-22 our score. 5:41 left to go here in the ball game. It's Lafayette with a nice lead heading down the stretch.
With Thomas coming back in, you want to look out for that presence down deep.
Another turnover by Lafayette. Lexington Catholic has it. This defensive changeup by Lexington Catholic's really giving Lafayette some fits here in the second half. In the fourth quarter anyway. Missed shot by the Knights. Here comes Dee Givens of Lafayette as she's going to be fouled as she was going towards the hoop. So Givens will go to the line here for the Generals.
Hasn't been very successful at the line tonight. Only 1 for 4. They get 2 for 5 now.
Free throw is good. So we'll have another one coming up here. 40-22 our score. Lafayette with the lead. Second free throw up, it's good. It makes our score 41-22. Here comes the Lady Knights. Bailey Browning crosses the half-court line as she works it out top. Here's a 3 on the way. No good to the left there by Sarah Bond. Battle for the board. Lexington Catholic's going to have it. And a foul.
She got her own rebound twice.
Yes, she did. Ashanti Thomas is going to commit the foul, it looks like. That's 4. Oh, they're going to give it to Wynn instead, so that's her 3rd. So Wynn picks up the foul instead of Thomas. And Wynn picks up her 3rd of the ball game. Free throw in there. 41 to 23.
Great play by Bond there to stay with the rebounds twice.
Second free throw misses. Pankins got the rebound there for Lafayette. Pankins and get it to win. Lafayette trying to beat the 10-second call, and Lexington Catholic with the pressure, they're going to cause the turnover, and we're going to have a foul called against Lafayette, and Coach True wanted an intentional foul there as Wynn just kind of reached out and grabbed the ankle of Browning, trying to hold her still.
Yeah, she definitely held on there. I don't know how you could not call it like that, you know.
41 to 23 our score. Bailey Browning's free throw is good.
And the Lexington Catholic fans,
they're upset.
Showing their displeasure.
Second free throw is good. But you know what it is. I mean, you got to do what you got to do to win. 41 to 25 is our score. Lafayette trying to get the ball across the timeline again, and they finally do. And a timeout going to be called by Lafayette. This is probably a good timeout for the Generals.
Absolutely. Started to melt down just a little bit there as Lexington Catholic starting to make a bit of a run.
All right, folks, we're going to step out for just a second. We'll be back with the rest of the fourth quarter of play, the rest of the ball game here at Lexington Catholic. William Warfield alongside my tag team partner tonight, Aaron Rose.
In Kentucky, there is one unique place for women on their educational journey, Midway College. Our students gain so much more than a diploma. They build lifelong friendships, gain hands-on experience, and build strong resumes. They learn to think critically, finding their own voice. They discover themselves and the world around them. And they develop leadership skills they didn't even know they had. We invite you to begin your journey with us at Midway College.
All S, all P, all O, R, T, S. Pick it up at all sports. Pick it up at all sports.
In Fayette Mall on Facebook and Twitter, locally owned and operated since 1972.
Welcome back to Tates Creek High School, and at the conclusion of the boys' game tonight, they will be honoring the awards recipients, and the boys and the girls will be honored after the boys' game tonight, and make sure you stay tuned for that later on. Lafayette with another turnover. 41 to 25 our score. Is it within reason to say Lexington Catholic still got a shot at this ball game?
If they start connecting on everything and can keep causing the turnovers, I've seen crazier things happen.
41 to 25 our score. Lexington Catholic trying to mount a comeback here against the Generals. A jump ball. Lafayette will have possession as Pippin tried to do everything she could, but the quickness of Lafayette got in there and got their hands on the ball.
And now, if you're watching this game here, you can definitely see the press setup. So let's see how Lafayette performs under the press.
Lexington Catholic causes another turnover. Up and in is Pippin. Tori Pippin with a nice put in. That makes our score 41 to 27. Pankins bringing the ball up the court here for the Generals. She gets it up to Thomas, over to Givens. The ball almost knocked loose, and it will be a foul going to be called against. No, the ball was knocked out of play. No foul on that play. It was simply just knocked loose, and it will stay with Lafayette. Ball inside. They work it out to Pankins. Pankins swings it over to the left wing. They're trying to get it inside, and again, Lexington Catholic with another turnover. The Knights are doing exactly what they want to right now. Bailey Browning gets it down low to Lynch. Lynch, she's going to travel inside the lane. I saw that over here, too, unfortunately.
Yeah, that travel definitely. She had the opportunity there, but just one too many steps, and you can't get away with that every time.
The shadow of Ashanti Thomas was definitely over her. 41-27 our score. Lafayette having issues again. Pankins, she's got the basketball, looking, and up off the glass. That was something she created that was pretty.
That was a bucket there that was all grit and determination.
Rachel Blake's going to take a long three off the back of the iron, no good. Rebound, Lafayette. Here comes the Lady Generals. Givens. Lafayette's got time on their side with 2:51 left to go in this one. But Lexington Catholic comes up with another steal. Rachel Blake gives it to Pippin. Pippin back to Blake. Blake looking down inside to Lynch. Lynch gives it to Pippin. They work it on the left wing. Here's Braun, three, no good. And a whistle. What do we got here? It's a foul underneath, it looks like. And Lafayette, that puts Lexington Catholic in the bonus. So Lexington Catholic will have a 1-and-1 situation right here.
You know, this is something that Lexington Catholic's looking for here, is to get buckets while the clock isn't running here.
Yes. 43-27 is our score. We got 2:32 left to go here in this ball game. That free throw missed by the Knights, and here comes Givens of Lafayette, and a reach-in foul going to be called against Bailey Browning. So Bailey Browning picks up her first of the ball game. Here comes the inbounds pass from Lafayette. Thomas, she lowered her shoulder, got free, up and in. Ashanti Thomas scores. 45-27 now our score. Lafayette with the lead, 2:13 left to go, and Rachel Blake's going to go right at Thomas and draw the foul. Rachel Blake going to go to the line here for Lexington Catholic.
That's it for her.
That's it for Ashanti Thomas. Lexington Catholic, they're in big need of 18 points quickly.
At this point, you know, that time has definitely dwindled down.
Yes.
And that's going to cause problems.
That free throw by Blake, no good. Second free throw coming up. It's in there. Blake gets 1 of 2 from the line, so 45-28 our score. Generals will bring it the length of the floor. They get the ball into Pankins. Pankins gives it back to Givens. Givens looking for somebody. She's going to dribble up the court, gives it up ahead to Powell. Powell giving it back to Givens. Givens being double teamed there. Pippin. And we got a foul called against Lexington Catholic, Caroline Lynch. So Lynch going to be called for the foul. 45-28 our score. Givens looking for somebody to come open. She finally gets it in there to Conwell. Conwell to Pankins, and Pankins had the double team applied to her briefly. Conwell's going to have a layup. 47-28.
Beautiful play there. Able to move that ball around and find the wide open player.
Three on the way from Osborne. Osborne knocks one down. 47-31 our score. Lafayette in control. Bailey Browning almost had another steal down on the other end.
Victoria Barr.
I'll tell you this, William. This Lexington Catholic team, even though they've been down so much at one point, they're not giving up. They are playing as hard as they possibly can.
They have played hard this fourth quarter. Aisha Conwell scores.
You know, I think this is just a matter of Lafayette being too much for them.
49-31, and the ball knocked out of play. It will go back to the Lady Generals. Generals get the ball in. I think Lexington Catholic may just back off on the fouls with just a minute left, as this thing is got back respectable like, as Lafayette just went out on a run to open up the third quarter of play and never looked back. I mean, they haven't looked back since they started it. We got we got the rafters starting to fall here. There's a three from Lexington Catholic. Literally the rafter fell to the right of Aaron here.
I'm a little bit worried for my life right now.
49-31 our score, 39 seconds. Lexington Catholic with the basketball. Browning with it. Lafayette, they're going to go on to win the 43rd district championship here tonight. And congratulations to the general on that. But you got to admire the fight of Lexington Catholic. They haven't given up.
You know, and that's the big thing. Their season isn't over. They're going to regionals. They got a chance to make a splash in there as well. So,
yeah,
you know, that's a good thing about the coach. He's instilling the fact that to him, saying, guys, we're not done. We need to keep playing as if we're going to win this game, you know?
Victoria Barr was at the free throw line there for Lexington Catholic. 49-32 is our score. 20 seconds left to go here in the fourth quarter of play. And Lafayette just trying to let the clock run down here. Powell with the basketball. Lafayette's going to be your 43rd district champions. And just a magical season for the Lady Generals.
Absolutely, and they definitely have a huge opportunity in the regionals coming up here.
So the Generals go on to win the district championship here in game number 1 of the evening. The boys game is coming up next right here on PrepSpin.com and on WBLK. Make sure you tune in, folks, as it's going to be a good one. Lafayette and Lexington Catholic going to go toe-to-toe in boys high school basketball action coming up next right here on PrepSpin.com. So for Aaron Rose, who is on color tonight, this is William Warfield saying until the next game. So long, everybody.